Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Random Review Series. DBougie86 here again. And the film I got for you guys today is a film that's actually coming out this Tuesday from Wild Eye Releasing. And it was a film I was really interested in when they first announced it. So I asked them for it to review for you guys. So here it is, and the title of the film is Model Hunger. If you don't know about this film is the directorial debut of Debbie Rochon, who's a famous Scream Queen that you all probably should know in the horror circles. She has worked with directors in the past like Lloyd Kaufman, Ryan Nicholson, Charles Band, a slew of others, and she does tons of horror films year and year. And this film, of course, stars Lynn Laurie, who you probably know from her role in George A. Romero's The Crazies. And she also actually stars in the remake of that said film. And it also stars Scream Queen Tiffany Shepard, of course, who's friends with Debbie Rochon in real life and has worked with her in the past. Now, the main plot of this one, we're introduced to Lynn Laurie's character, Jenny, who's a former model who got kind of sided out of her career because of her body type. And she didn't really take it too well. And what happens is her psychosis and her character has gone insane over the years. And whenever someone talks about changing their body or getting surgery or whatever, or making fun of other people for the way they look, it kind of snaps in her, and she has to get revenge on these people. And it's usually girls that do this too. And what ends up happening is she ends up killing a lot of people on the way. Non-spoiler alert. But then we meet Tiffany Shepard's character, Debbie, who just moved in next door with her husband, and she's dealing with a psychosis problem of her own. And she notices that there's some weird things start to happen in Jenny's house and around Jenny's area. And her husband doesn't believe her, and no one really kind of believes her. And she's trying to figure out what's going on during this film. Now, I gotta say, with a plot like that, it was kind of a little, because it's not really spoilerish, because you find out in the first 10, 15 minutes of this film what Jenny is about. And I gotta say, Lynn Laurie's performance in this film is outstanding, because she has one minute she could turn into this sweet motherly figure, offering people tea and stuff, and then the next minute she could be the sadistic, scary bitch from hell. And her performance really shows. And also Tiffany Shepard really does a great job with her character. Her character kind of grows through the film. She doesn't really have a lot of lines per se in the film, but her character's dream states and her character psychosis grows. And she does have a few emotional scenes as the film progresses, and she does actually a really good job in them. Also, being said, actually a lot of the supporting cast does a really good job in this film, including Michael Thurber, who I actually didn't realize it was Michael Thurber. If you know who Michael Thurber is, I most notably know him from Richard Griffin films. And he's a chameleon actor. He could change his look and appearance. And after the second viewing of this film, because I watch films usually twice, I was is that Michael Thurber? And sure enough, it is, and he does a terrific job. Again, he doesn't really have a lot of lines in the film. Most of his performances do with facial expressions and hand gestures, and the way his character's body language works, and it's outstanding in my opinion. Now, another thing that does with this film is it does have a lot of odd humor, because in the middle of the film there is scenes of this TV show that the whole town actually watches. The whole town characters actually do watch this show, and it's a weird show. It's about it actually goes with the story, and because the host of the TV show named Susie, played by Susie Lorraine, is a show about plus size modeling and stuff, and it has plus size models dancing around eating donuts. It's kind of funny, but it goes with the film in the same way, and it kind of reminds me of some odd John Waters humor in a way. I love how Debbie Rochon directed those scenes, and the score in the middle of those commercials and the TV show is actually really good. And another thing about the score, it's actually done by legendary composer Harry Manfredini, who you all probably know from, of course, Friday the 13th fame, and of course my favorite slasher of all time, Slaughter High. He also did the score for, and his score has like this high pitched like violin, like kind of sounds like kind of like Foss in a way, if you know like a Foss violin, and it has like a kind of has some throwback in like the credits to like a kind of like a techno feel in the beginning of the film with like of course like Friday the 13th Part 3 had like that feel, like the boom boom boom, like electronic like synth, and it's really well done. His score is actually pulsates the film and goes further, and it has like this dark overtones, but it has humor and quirky moments in the score for the quirky and humorous parts of the film, and it works in my opinion. It's a really well done film. If I had to rate Model Hunger, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's really well done from a first-time director and legendary Scream Queen Debbie Rochon. She really did do well with her cast and crew and make the film the way she wanted to make it. And it's a really well done film. 7 out of 10 for Model Hunger. Alright guys, like I said, you can pick this up this Tuesday. I'm going to leave the link below for more information on the film. I hope you enjoyed this review, and as always, I'll see you next video. See you then.